So traders, right now, I do believe that gold is really setting up. It's setting up into what I call what's called a refueling phase. And I really truly believe that because gold's been holding strong here right now. So get this, when it comes to gold and when it comes to silver, I'll start off with the gold and I'll get into the silver here. And then also I'll cover the mining sector in this video as well too for you. But here's one thing that I've always realized about the markets here, okay? So I've always looked at the markets as in strength in moves, right? So if the market is going to crash, what tends to happen is the market will actually start to have a strong move down, right? No duh, John. So here's the thing. When it comes to gold and silver, the really interesting thing about what's happening with gold right now is we're just holding here. And whenever we do get these basing out patterns, is what I call these sideways consolidation patterns, especially on the weekly charts, okay? The weekly charts are the big picture. This is the one that tells you the true story about what's really going on with the markets. So if you ever try to get a good understanding of what any market is doing, you can look at this. This is the daily charts here. And as you know, if you look at the daily charts here, this is the daily charts. If you look at the daily chart and also, oh, by the way, you can see I've just got one moving average on here. If you look at the daily charts, but also if you're looking at the daily charts but too close, okay? So this is what I want you to do if you're looking at the markets here. Because for me, I'm always trying to get a good understanding of what's going on right now. Like what's happening right now. So we can just get a sense of, okay, we're trying to read what the story is telling us, right, in the actual markets here. So, the market is always telling us a story. We can look at the individual candlesticks, but I think the biggest mistake is that I used to make a long time ago and this is actually my very first mentor always told me, just look at the last sort of couple of months of data. And then see that from there. Now, I do look at the short term to see what's happening here, especially when I'm looking at my precise candle, because in my actual trading system, by the way, guys, I'm actually giving away my full complete trading course that teaches you, that goes through all the different chart reading, mistakes, mindset, my actual trading system. I'm giving that to you all for free in that free trading course. So first link in the description. In fact, the very first video you get right now is an actual 60-minute webinar that I ran teaching you the 3 secrets to becoming an amazing trader, my trading system, my scanning technology, and all that sort of stuff. So first link in the description there, guys. Click on that. Not only will you get access to the free trading course, but you'll be able to see the webinar that I ran just recently as well too, and where I actually lay out the foundations of everything about how to go from not making money to making money, trading systems, so on and so on. Anyway, so the whole thing about the thing that I've always seen when looking at these markets, right? I'm always okay. Well, how do I actually get a good understanding of what these markets are doing right now? Because that's what we're doing, right? We're trying to. The market's always telling us a story, right? And one of the biggest mistakes that I always made is initially anyway, when I first started trading, I was always looking at the first, say the last 3 months worth of data. What is this here? So we're July, so this is 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 months of data. So this is what I'd look at. I'd look at from this point through here, right? And when I look at this level from here, I say, okay, well, gold's really not doing much right now, right? Which is true. Right now, initially, it's not doing much. But for me, one thing that I was always missing was the big picture, because the big picture is telling us what may be coming up soon, right? Because here's the thing. When it comes down to really big moves in the markets, like we saw recently, like we saw back here when this big move happened with gold up from here, from 2,000 up to 2,500 in a matter of about 6 weeks, really big moves, they start when there's not much going on, right? And this is what happens in the markets. When you trade in the markets, a lot of the times the market will go quiet for a while and then bam, it'll break out and it'll go for a really big move. And the impatient trader, what they don't realize is that because they've been impatient, like, oh, there's nothing going on here. Gold's been doing nothing for the last 2-3 months. You know, what's going on with gold right now, right? And they get impatient, right? Now, for me as a professional trader, I've been trading the markets for 20 years now. And one thing I understand about these markets is that whenever we go through these sideways consolidation patterns, it's just a matter of time before we break out and go for another move, because that's what markets do, right? we go through these consolidation patterns, and then eventually we break out and we go for a big move. And this is where, for me personally, in my own personal trading, I'm trying to capitalize on those moves. So for me, when I'm looking at the gold market right now, and as you can see, look at this here. Before this big move up here, what actually happened before that big move? Check this out. This is where it gets really, really, really awesome, right? So check this out. So because we had this sideways, see that sideways consolidation there? That sideways consolidation there, what happened, you know, what's that? That happened, man, what was that? That was about 3-4 months there, right? I'm not doing much. And still what I said before is, unfortunately, a lot of the traders, they're trying to look for those, okay, what's going to happen tomorrow so I can get in, get out tomorrow, and look for these short-term trades. My ideal situation is to try to get into a trade and hold it for a couple of months to capture big profits. Instead of trying to take 20 short-term trades, I'd rather take 2 or 3 long-term trades. I mean, they have the potential of making a really big move. Makes sense, okay? So the purpose of, look what, it's the same thing, right? It's the exact same thing that's happening right now. This is where it's getting really excited. Now, the hard thing about with what I just said there about most people who are looking at gold right now is, and they're hoping to see more upside, is they're like, okay, John, well, when's it going to break out? No one definitely knows, right? But no one definitely knows, but we can use tools to help us guide. And what I use obviously the weekly charts. So let's go to the weekly chart, and I use my 24 moving average. So what could possibly happen is we continue going sideways, and this is a 24 moving average on my weekly charts. What can actually happen is this can just continue to go sideways before we get the breakout. Now, again, most traders are really impatient. They're like, I want to trade now. I'm looking for trade, right? Especially in the gold and silver sector. So what's actually happening here when it comes to this whole gold chart right now, it's just basing out. And this is the time not to get involved with gold as a trading opportunity. Investing is different, right? Investing is you're buying, hold, and you see where this is. You see where this is likely to be in 2030, right? You don't really care about the swings up and down. That's more investing. But if you're looking for a trading opportunity like me, I'm a trader. I'm an investor as well too, but I'm a trader. I'm looking for that next trade that can last what? Maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month or more, and capitalize on a really big profit, especially when you start to overlay things like leverage, futures, options, stuff like that. Anyway, so looking at this level through here, this is where it gets really, really, really exciting, right? And so obviously I have a coaching program. The coaching program's closed right now, by the way, guys, so you can't get access to it. So I'm not trying to pitch on the coaching program, but the number one thing I'm always telling my coaching clients, and I'm always reminding myself, that whenever we get these basing out patterns, instead of it just being quiet and boring, most amateur traders are like, oh, this is boring, nothing's going on here. Guess who's getting excited? Me. Why? Because when it does eventually break, it could be going for a really big move, and that's the trade that could make you a lot of money, right? It could make you it could make you 6 figures in one trade just by being patient. And that's what I found myself over my last 20 years of trading the markets, right? Big money in the markets throughout the entire year. If you look at your entire year from January through to December, if you look at your entire year, the really big money in the markets is made by being patient and waiting for these incredible setups, jumping in, and before you know it, in one trade, you might make 20 or 30 grand, and then a couple months later, you see another good trade and that might make you 40 grand, you know what I mean? And then you see one amazing trade that might make you 6 figures. See what I'm saying here? Like, that's the lay of the land. But those who are always trying to get that, I'm trying to make $200 today. Screw that. Let's try to make $1,000 today, right? Although no, I take that back. Let's try to look for opportunities that has the potential of making $10,000 in a trade, right? But you see what I'm saying here? So, and I say always the potential. So looking at gold right now, guess what? Sideways. Get ready for the break, guys. Get ready for the break, because now I don't know when it breaks, but by looking at this level through here, I do believe we are getting ready for another real strong move to the upside, because we are definitely, we are definitely, again, just in this sideways channel here, right? So bam, from there to there, and then there to there, right? So if I bring this up from here, let me just go sink in layout, And let me go back to the daily charts now. So what may happen, guys, and let me actually bring, so that's that moving average there, that's that through there. What may happen is I'm just trying to utilize, let's utilize this for a minute. So let's actually utilize that. We'll use that there. Let's go back to the daily charts now for gold. And so what may end up happening, guys, is that what may end up happening is we may continue going sideways for a little bit longer before it actually breaks out. But don't be so quick to try to get in gold now. Like, let me get in now before everyone else does, because it may not break out right now, right? We may get another drop through here, and then it starts to break out from there. But the big picture, the weekly charts right now is very, 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 very exciting. And why do I say that? Because once again, look at this here. Whenever the market, and this is where guys when you really understand the patterns that make really good moves, you can start to look at it. And what is that one pattern? The one pattern that I always look for is when we have a nice upside down L-shaped pattern, which is what? This here, a nice upside down L-shaped pattern, especially on the weekly charts. And we have what? And we have a strong moving average. You get something like that on the weekly chart, at least 8 times out of 10, get ready for another really big move, right? Because look at this here, strong, right? And then what did we have here? Up, sideways. Why do you think I took a really good trade for here with gold, right? Apply this to any market out there, guys. I promise you. The number one pattern for me to look for opportunities. Now, again, this is a weekly chart, right? If we're looking for opportunities that can last a few weeks or more, not just one day trades. But look at this here. Up, L-shaped pattern, strong moving average. Up, sideways, moving average, right? So whenever we get the pattern in the market with the moving average, so what are we getting right now, right? What are we getting right now, guys, right? And I know this sounds very, very, very simplified, but again, I'm not after a trade that's likely to make me a few $100 today. No, I'm after a trade that's likely to make me 20, 30 grand per day, or 30 grand in a trade, right? I'm after a trade that's likely to potentially make me 6 figures, right? Like in the market. That's a trade that's likely to last, a really, really, because remember, a big profit in the market comes from big trends, right? So first we want to jump on that trend, but secondly, that big profit from big trends takes time, right? So if you actually want a really big profit in the market, guess what ends up happening? You're probably going to be in that for a month or more as that trade unfolds, right? So if you want big profits in the market, big profits comes from big trends. Firstly, jumping on a trend, not going against it. So what's happening right now with the markets? Up, sideways, and look what, and this is the moving average. See what I'm saying here, guys? So it's the exact same thing that happened back here. It's just the pattern, right? It is the number one pattern. Now, this is where again, my coaching program's closed, so I'm not trying to pitch on my coaching program, but this is where when I'm teaching my coaching clients, this is a level 2 type of trade for me. I have my level 1 trade, which might last a few days to maybe a week. And that's that level 1 type of trade. And then this is the level 2 type of trade. This is the foundations to my level 2. Then I'm looking for, my precise entry and so on and so forth. But this is where, guys, really, really, really big moves can come, right? I'm dropping. For me, guys, again, trading is all about what? What is the pattern I'm looking for that's likely to produce a big move? And then I'm going to scale the entire globe, foreign exchange markets, futures markets, commodities, gold, silver, right? Even individual stocks. Oh my goodness, right now, guys, there's probably a good 5+ stocks, in the top 1,000 stocks right now that are setting up exactly like this here, getting ready for it, right? I hope you see what I'm saying here, right? So dropping some nuggets on you, right, for the start of this week here. So anyway, can we go to silver now? Right? So with silver's actually a bit different, because I believe, looking at silver, we're just being really, silver is a wildcat right now, and I would recommend you being very, probably best to stay away from silver on a short-term trading basis, because again, just looking at this level through here, right? look at this volatility through here, and we're starting to come back up to these levels up here. Right, so this is the level up through here. Let's actually go to, let's actually delete all the drawings off. So we did come back down to this level here, didn't we? So we came down to this level through here on silver. Yeah, it's just not as nice as gold, is it? Like, the reason why gold is so amazing, because we've just been getting a lot of good, clear sideways type of movements out of the markets here, and it's just, it's just a lot of volatility. So, people say be careful of silver, guys. Just stay away from silver, right? Because this thing can cut your head off really quickly. As you can see, look at these. As soon as it goes up, it goes bam down, up down, bam down. It's like silver's definitely a wildcat. And maybe there's something on an intraday basis. So maybe there's something here. I'm just looking at this level through here. Yeah, there's just nothing. Just maybe the 4-hour chart. Again, I'm just looking. Oh, traders, what is this? What is this? Up, down. Oh, there's the L-shaped pattern. Oh, there's the L-shaped pattern, guys. Anyway. L-shaped pattern works. Let's go back to the weekly chart. So yeah, traders, again, and if we do start to break up through here again, so that's that level through there, and let's just clone you and put you up through there. Yeah, there's that resistance up through there, but now looking at this level, just that's that resistance up there. If it does break up, there's a lot of short-term resistance up through there. So yeah, I wouldn't. There's no real big potential when it comes to the silver market compared to gold. I know a lot of people are interested in silver because they go the silver the gold ratio and so on and so forth. But to me, guys, the market is always speaking to us, right? So if we can just understand what's happening with the markets right now, stay away from silver. The gold, I'll be watching gold, right? Be patient though. Be patient. It might take another few more weeks, but when it does break, we could be getting ready for a move. Now, so silver for me gets big X, right? Stay away from silver. Silver's too volatile. It's not really clean and clear. It can cut your head off really quickly. Stick with the shiny metal from there. Anyway, so let's actually go through. I'll go through some of the main for you guys. I'll go through some of the main mining stocks. So GDX. Let's start off with the GDX and see what's going on here when it comes to this level. So I know a lot of people have been saying with the mining sector, we've been getting we're getting a bit of a bid right now in the mining sector. Again, just be the cautionary tale that I tell you guys that I'm sort of just going through right now is the one thing I really want to sort of caution you about is where we are right now in these markets, okay? There's a lot of volatility, especially in the mining sector right now. As you can see, right, look at this lot of volatility. We could be picking up and going through another move again. We're in a very strong upward trend. But for remember, traders, the number one thing is what am I looking for in a good setup here? In the mining sector, even though the mining sector is really strong right now, you just want to be, because there is a lot of volatility through here. So, and we did get a big gap up through here, guys. So looking at this level here, it is definitely very strong from here. If we do break this level, we could quite possibly see a move maybe back up to that level through there. I wonder what's happening with the volume. Is there any increase in volume? There isn't a bit of increase in volume. So looking at the mining sector, guys, we could actually, again, if we do hold and break up, this might be getting ready for another move to the upside. And then that next resistance level is possibly up there around the 41 level up there. So you just whenever the market becomes volatile like this, guys, it's just like you might want to run away from it for a while. But for the investors, mining stocks are really starting to heat up quite nicely. And if I go look at the SIL as well too, the SIL, which is the silver one. The SIL, this is the actual, so SIL, this is the SIL through here. This is actually looking quite nice, right? Look at this, from here to here. So it's actually looking quite nice from here. Come back down. We actually held this level through here, and now we're picking back up. Looks exactly like the silver market. Is that the SIL? Is that the SIL? There we go. I thought that was different. I was like, hang on a minute, I'm looking at something different here. So anyway, so the silver miner ETF, that was actually the, I was like, hang on a minute, no, that's wrong. Now, looking at the actual, looking at the SIL, just where we are right now, you can see we're holding through here, right? So we're coming up through here. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, to see a bit more volatility coming out, especially looking at this whole weekly chart here. I truly believe there's a major turning point happening with the mining sector. As you can see, we've been going down for quite some time. So really been going down from here. And now we're starting to see a major change. So a major change is happening right now in the overall mining sector. I just truly believe for an actual trading opportunity, we may get a little bit more sideways, wait for the moving average to catch up, and then we may get a break from there. So there we go, traders. Hope that helps you out. If you do need some help, guys, first thing in the description, I have a complete mastery trading course that I'm just giving you free access to right now. So if you do need some help, guys, that first thing in the description, go get access to that, and I'll speak to you guys real soon.